Budget hacks gone wrong, hilarious money-saving fails you can't miss. Laugh out loud with these hilarious money-saving fails and DIY disasters. From duct tape fixes to budget-friendly blunders, this family-friendly comedy is globally relatable and sure to spark joy. When DIY haircuts become catastrophes. You're watching a tutorial on cutting your own bangs. The influencer says, it's easy. Just snip a little here, a little there. Fast forward 15 minutes, and you look like a toddler attacked your head with safety scissors. True story, I once tried this and ended up wearing a hat for a month. The lesson here? Sometimes, paying for a professional is worth it. Unless, of course, you want to give your friends endless meme material. Fixing a broken chair with tape. Duct tape, the universal fixer of all things, or so we think. My cousin once fixed his dining chair with duct tape before Thanksgiving dinner. Let's just say the chair didn't make it through the turkey course. This brings me to the golden rule of DIY repairs: if it involves structural integrity, maybe splurge a little. Or prepare to laugh a lot when things come crashing down literally. Cooking with substitutes, baking soda vs. salt. Have you ever run out of an ingredient and thought, I'll just wing it? One time, I substituted baking soda for salt in cookies. The result? Rock-hard biscuits that could double as paperweights. Budget cooking tip: substitutions are great, unless they defy the laws of chemistry. My advice? Search it before you pour it. DIY home repairs, the $5 fix that became a $500 problem. My neighbor once tried to fix a leaky pipe with a glue gun. Spoiler alert, the pipe burst, and their kitchen turned into a wading pool. The $5 fix turned into a $500 plumber visit. If you're tempted to DIY it, ask yourself, is this a video-worthy fail waiting to happen? If yes, maybe call a professional. Car trouble comedy: using string to replace a broken belt. Finally, the piece de resistance: a guy I know tried replacing a car belt with string to save money. The car worked until it didn't. Imagine being stranded on the highway because your budget hack unraveled. Literally. Lesson learned: cars and string don't mix. Unless you're knitting a sweater, leave the string at home. Recycling old clothes, from trendy to tragic in minutes. We all want to be sustainable, right? But sometimes, turning dad's oversized shirt into a summer dress leaves you looking like you walked straight out of a potato sack convention. Take my friend, Jamie, for example. She tried to make her old jeans into trendy ripped shorts but ended up with something that could pass for a loincloth. Relatable. Coupon collecting chaos: when discounts go wild. There's a fine line between saving money and losing your sanity. Let's talk about extreme couponing. Picture this: you're at checkout with a mountain of goods, but the scanner won't recognize your 50% off coupon. The cashier calls the manager, and before you know it, the line behind you looks ready to start a riot. DIY holiday decorations: when handmade goes haywire. The joys of homemade holiday decor. It sounds wholesome until you're covered in glitter and your reindeer ornament resembles an alien. Last year, I tried to make a wreath from pine cones. It ended up looking like a porcupine's bad hair day. Upcycling furniture fails: when pallets turn into problems. We've all seen those social media boards filled with stunning pallet furniture. But let's be real, some of us end up with splinters and chairs that collapse mid-dinner. My neighbor once tried to build a coffee table, and now it's a modern art sculpture in his backyard. Homemade cleaning products gone hilariously wrong. Making your own cleaning products is great until you mix vinegar and baking soda in a closed container. Boom. Let's not forget the time I tried using lemon juice to clean my microwave. Spoiler alert, it smelled like burnt citrus for weeks. Fixing leaks with chewing gum, a comedy of errors. Let me paint you a picture. It's 2 a.m., and water is dripping onto your kitchen floor. What do? Call a plumber? Nah. You grab gum. Chewing gum fixes everything, you think. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Dive into a skit of someone shoving gum into a leaky pipe. Moments later, the pressure builds, the pipe bursts, and chaos ensues, complete with a soaking wet eureka moment. Chewing gum is great for fresh breath, not waterproofing your kitchen. Hilarious DIY gift wrapping ideas that nobody asked for. Using old newspapers, aluminum foil, or even toilet paper rolls as eco-friendly wrapping paper. Imagine someone delivering a beautifully wrapped gift, only to have the recipient open it and find duct tape stuck to the present. Sure, you saved money on wrapping paper, but the look on Aunt Carol's face? Priceless. Budget birthday parties, from thrifty to totally awkward. A birthday cake made out of pancakes or a piñata that's just an old cereal box filled with trail mix. Walk through a budget-friendly party that includes reusing balloons from 3 birthdays ago, only for them to deflate mid-celebration. Saving money is cool, but you don't have to throw a party so awkward even your pet looks embarrassed. Repairing electronics with glue, the ultimate budget fail. One time, I tried fixing my TV remote with hot glue. Now it only changes channels when I tap it with a hammer. Show someone gluing a laptop hinge back together, only to realize they've accidentally sealed the USB ports shut. Electronics plus glue equals expensive regret. Hilarious gardening hacks that turned into epic fails. A person creates a DIY sprinkler out of a soda bottle, which works for 2 seconds before becoming a high-pressure geyser. Or that one time I tried planting tomatoes using coffee grounds and eggshells, except the neighborhood squirrels decided it was an all-you-can-eat buffet. DIY home office, when cardboard becomes a desk. Imagine the pandemic hits, and you're stuck working from home. What do you do when IKEA feels like a distant dream? You make a desk out of cardboard. But wait, who knew your coffee mug would be the straw that broke the cardboard? A friend of mine once used cereal boxes to construct a monitor stand. It lasted until lunchtime, collapsing under the weight of optimism and poor engineering. Cheap wedding hacks, when frugality steals the show. From DIY flower arrangements made of tissue paper to bring your own meal receptions, budget weddings are the epitome of chaotic good. One bride created her bouquet out of used lottery tickets. Talk about a gamble on love. An awkward cake made of stacked pancakes that toppled during the couple's first dance. Spoiler, syrup doesn't double as icing. Using old books for DIY projects, from art to awkward. Turning vintage novels into home decor sounds romantic until you accidentally glue War and Peace to your coffee table. A DIY enthusiast once transformed an old encyclopedia into a lamp. The light bulb placement made it look like the book was on fire. Instead of ruining classics, try paperbacks. When reusing old jars goes too far, a kitchen comedy. Jars are versatile, or so they say. Until you try to use a mason jar as a cocktail shaker and end up with sticky hands and shattered glass. Social media gone wrong, someone created a jar chandelier that fell mid-dinner party. The lighting was dim, the embarrassment was not. Stick to jam storage. Let jars be jars. The Great Mattress Flip, budget hacks for better sleep. Flipping a mattress sounds easy, right? Not when it's 20 years old and has springs that poke like they're auditioning for a horror movie. My neighbor's attempt to double flip their mattress ended with it stuck halfway down the stairs. Comedy gold for everyone except their cat. Just don't. Buy a foam topper instead of risking DIY spinal alignment. Thrift store treasures turned comedy disasters. Thrift shopping is like a treasure hunt. Except the treasure is a cursed porcelain doll that ends up haunting your dreams. A guy bought what he thought was a designer lamp for $10. Turned out it was a coffee pot with a bulb stuck inside. Sometimes, frugality is its own punishment. Common disclaimer. Disclaimer, the content in this video is for comedic purposes only. It does not encourage unsafe practices or financial mismanagement. All scenarios are fictional and intended to bring humor to everyday situations. Viewer discretion is advised.